I believe this level that is correct. So interesting, even though I want Yoshi, even though like obviously we can play these levels as they appear in the game. Well, I shouldn't just fly over the whole level. No, Yoshi, please come back. It's a lost cause. The way that they are actually stored in-game is like extremely confusing. In fact, this right here, this level, is the hex value course number 1. And so, unsurprisingly, I play it a lot just in testing random... Oh, look at that! In testing random like ASM custom blocks or custom anything, you just throw it in what? A level that just happens to be level 1 and bam. Alright, so here is the not so golden P-switch that turns all enemies that are... Whoa, I got a 2-up. So see, these enemies certainly aren't turned into coins, but certain enemies are turned into coins. Like, that was cool. They're supposed to be throwing spinies. So the spinies, munchers, all turn into that. And interestingly enough, when I made my ROM hack, it was the learning experience. My first 3 levels that I made were more or less based on, like, one of them was based on this level. Because I didn't know, like, what can I do? I don't know how to move the... Let me change here. I don't know how to move the goalposts or anything. So unsurprisingly, eventually when I actually started making really good quality levels, it became pretty embarrassing to have my first experimental levels even on there, so they got remade. And I believe that level that you just witnessed, not the exit, because that is a different hex value, but I'm pretty sure what you just saw, that water level, is actually the hex course 02. Come on, man. Yes, please. I mean, my only hope is, like, I put my heart and soul into these super slow auto-scroll levels and water levels that I made for my ROM hack. So I just can't wait for people to, you know, play my super slow auto-scroll levels and also my water levels to see that they're so much better. Check out this thwomp. It made a splash effect the first time, but not the second time. Alright, so this is our first... Oh, man. Our first look at Reznor. As soon as you beat the second one, the support bridge begins to break, so you have to land the last hit on here, otherwise the bridge will completely disintegrate and you'll fall in the lava. So the secret's out. Actually, you can completely bypass the third castle by using this secret method. Now these alternating, like, I don't know what you would call them, like scale weight mushroom platforms, they're either that close together or they're far from each other, and it's based on their X position. So you can't just place them anywhere you want and say, oh, I want them close or I want them far. They change in the game based on the actual X value that you place the object. Or are they sprites? I've never used them for any of my games, so, or any of my levels. Like, sheesh, grinders were hard enough to figure out. It's like, good lord. Sometimes in Mario Maker, it's very easy. But grinder placement and those line guides were like the death of me. Oh, Yoshi, no. No! How could you betray me like that? I keep debating, do I want to go into a bonus room or not? So I've kind of been avoiding the gold tape because I have 94 bonus stars there. You know, why play the level when you don't have to? Uh-oh, my P-speed. Holy smokes, oh, I panicked. Alright, so we despawn that dude so that he can respawn, and voila, give me another cape. Ha! Oh boy. Uh-oh. So as you can see, there's actually red caped Super Koopas and then the yellow. The red caped ones are pretty rare because usually you just see the yellow ones like that or the flashing ones which then drop the cape. No. It's almost like I've played this game before. Ha! So normally you can, like, you know, bat mushrooms or whatever, but for whatever reason they've coded those 1-up sprites very weirdly in the bonus game. Alright, so that is that, except we have missed one secret exit still due on World 3. Ah yes, this is an interesting level. Instead of just getting capes and Yoshis and, you know, bypassing the whole levels, uh-oh, wouldn't it just be funner to, you know, actually play them? I don't know. Debating. But I have to show off the secrets too, right? So that item right there is a Yoshi wings. If you are on Yoshi and you touch it, you go up into a bonus world. Why isn't... Huh. I don't know why Mario was not swooping for me. I was trying to swoop, but he just descended. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. What? Did you see that again? Like, my... I guess we better do it legit then. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, saved! Man, I tell you what. We'll just do it the slow, boring way, no worries. Notice the arrow signs are usually before the goal, right? But look, there's arrow signs after the goal. What does this mean, I wonder? Alright, this is actually, I believe, one of the earliest levels. And also, I modeled one of my learning levels after this. Okay, so fun fact. This little sumo dude knocks down this little lightning bolt sprite. The lightning bolt sprite, I believe, can be spun jump on, but it's never placed by itself. And then it spawns this fire. We'll see, once again, kind of like the difference between Super Mario Maker, where they have to program for every single possibility. In every other game known to man, they only typically program things that they're going to use. So like, for example, one thing you might not think about is what would happen if this sumo bro guy hits a lightning, and instead of hitting this nice little level ground, it hits a slope. And the answer is hilarious. It does the exact same thing. So imagine a slope on that where some of it is in the ground and then some of it is just floating in midair. Hilarious, but that kind of goes to show you how programming works and why Mario Maker is A, so difficult to program, and B, oh boy, I thought, and B, why it's so stinking glitchy. There's going to obviously be thousands of glitches in a game like Mario Maker just by virtue of you can't plan for everything. So you might notice that these moles are popping out of the ground much faster than they were in the beginning level of Super or Yoshi's Island number 2. And that's because, goodness, it's programmed that the moles have a pop-out timer that's unique to an area, which has been programmed but can be changed away from Yoshi's Island, and everywhere else they're on this much faster timer. So there it is. We've completed level 3 almost, because we're at Castle 4 already. So think on that. Had we not gone the secret route at all, look at this, 2 levels, and we're at Castle 4 already. So crazy. So here was why this level is so bizarre. So if we have a cape and Yoshi, and just take off and fly, it's almost like an auto level. It's like, what? It's almost like it was programmed that way. Oops, this is the one we want to... Isn't that crazy? So, fun fact, if you go underneath the goal ribbon, it doesn't activate. Equivalently, if you are off screen above the goal tape, you can also completely fly over. So that's the only way to bypass the goal. Fun fact, this moon, which gives 3 lives, is not a sprite, it's an object. And so that's why if you collect it without hitting reset and replay this level, that moon will not respawn. So there's a little bit of a tutorial in in-game mechanics. Don't worry, no Yoshis were harmed in the making of this video, but Yoshis are a tool to be used and then discarded. So the little miniature fish that you see here are a layer 3, so they can only be comprised of 4 colors, which is actually 3 because one of those 4 colors is transparency. It is a nice graphical touch, but at the same time, goodness. Layer 3 stuff is pretty limited. You can either have a layer 3 tile map, you can be placing it, you can have it be like 256 pixels by 256, you can have it be 512 in a horizontal direction, vertical, or a fourth possibility is you could even have a 512 by 512 pixel tile map of layer 3. All of those, I believe, are Lunar Magic hacks, though. Look, here's more. Before I talk about Lunar Magic hacks, look, here's more graphical glitches. That torpedo has rounded corners, and so therefore, that color 0 transparency, you can see the background. So, awkward, but never noticed it until I started my own ROM hack. I went down the path of perfection. This is an extremely long, bizarre, out-of-the-way path. And another entrance to Star Road. 3 entrances now. Alright, so we're at 1:16 and a half. Let's go ahead and beat this Castle 4. Those ball and chains you actually can spin jump off of, so it makes for some very unfun Kaizo levels, unfortunately. But at the same time, it makes for some fun Kaizo levels. So you can punch the wall, so if they're on the other side, you can like punch them off, and also like if you're on the same side, you can like bop them, or you can also fall on them. Oh man. And yes, you can spin jump on. Oh boy. I don't think he stun locks you, but overall, it's not the most difficult boss fight either. That's why I like to spin, just in case I interact with that inevitable fireball that he fires. It's kind of off screen there. Oh man! Unreachably off screen. We'll call the split there then. I don't know. 118. Ludwig von Koopa's days of composing Koopa symphonies in Castle 4 are over. The forest of illusion lies ahead. Mario must use his brain to solve the puzzles of this perplexing forest.